Oh, buddy, that's my record brown for this particular stream. Holy rip. You just never know, but look at the size of that thing. Look at that guy. Beautiful colors on them. Lift those nymphs up, let them float on the top. When it gets to the money zone, lower that rod tip. Once it sinks, just start slowly raising. All right, welcome. Was off today, took a drive up north and got some unexpected snow, so it's going to make a beautiful video. I hope to get some fish. This is a new stream that I'm fishing up on my camp. I've heard about it, but I've never actually had the chance to make it over. And what a beautiful day to explore a little brookie stream. The setup is my 2-weight syndicate. I'm running the Rio nymphing line because in the winter I like to run that. It doesn't seem to, get quite as stiff. It's pretty supple. You can still detect the strikes just as well as the OPST. I just like it using it during the winter. Double treble up top and a little caddis jig fly down below. And we're going to work our way upstream and see what we can get. But chilly, but hopefully that doesn't keep the brookies from biting. So coming along on the adventure, and we'll see how we make out. That's a good one. Real good one. Get the camera flipped around here. I don't want to sit my reel in the water. What a beautiful brook trout though. Look at that guy. Beautiful colors on him. He took the, I'll show you in a second. Beautiful little brookie though. I missed one in there as well. Took the little, caddis with the hot tag on it, so we're gonna keep working up. I did catch 2 down below off camera. Just let me get this. There we go. I caught 2 in the same run down below, and then fished a couple others, no bites. Come up to this nice little pool, caught one, so I know they're in here. So we'll keep at it. Wet here. Oh, man, just a beepster. Man, my hands are wet. It's been snowing, freezing. Just a little wee guy. I'm gonna leave it run and see if we can't get another one out of that hole. It's pretty nice. There that one goes, about a 2.5 incher. Little tangle I'm gonna fix. Missed the fish, hooked the tree. There's a good one. Oh, I got my line tangled. The old line. Let me set my rod down here. Okay. There's another fishy. Beautiful little guy. He hit quick. Gonna release. pretty fish. Hook the old pink Cadillac. Look, spit it out, but I think that's what they both took in this hole. Boy, is this a beauty. That little guy. No marks on him. Get him released. Now, typically, and I know a lot of people saying you should wet your hands, but it's been raining all day and my hands are, I mean, you can see they're completely soaked. But it is, especially with these little fish, it's a good thing to wet your hands. It's been a little rough, but hooked 2 in that hole, so keep moving a little. Another nice one. Whoa! Whoop! Was a nice one. I'm going to pause that video there. He was on the double treble and it got me a little tangle. Oh, that's an orange one there. Wow. Boy, is that one colorful. It's a little guy. Very pretty fish. Get him out of my net here. How pretty that thing is. Nice orange belly on him. And release. Well, that's a little fella. You see here. Almost dropped him. Just a tiny little guy in that deep pocket. I'll pause it here real quick. Let me release him. Whew, chilly. A good one. That's a good one. Oh. Took the old double treble there, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I am soaked, and okay, I'm soaked. You can probably see the water all over the screen. The snow turned into sleet, so I think I'm going to wrap that up for the day. I am going to go back to my camp though. Alright, just pulled into the old camp. Got the bike. Decent day of brookie fishing. Walk out, check out the stream here behind camp. It doesn't look too bad. This is a brutal stream to fish. It's tough. Hold some fish, but certainly not the easiest. So here's a look at the good old camp. I don't even know what this place looks like in the daytime. Usually leave at dark and get back at dark, but I'm going to sit that right there for a second. Have a seat. Just that. Oh, take off my boots, and I think I'm going to call it an evening. Drove up this morning and fished a little bit this afternoon, and hit some really crazy weather between the sleet and the rain and the freezing rain, snow. You can see my shirt's soaked, but kept at it and caught probably 10 or 12 fish. I don't even know. Have to put a little video together, but my plan was to make a little video today and then just give her heck tomorrow and you know, just fish and enjoy the time up here. But maybe I'll carry the camera along, recharge the batteries tonight, and carry it along tomorrow and try to film a few fish. We'll see how it's going, but if so, if I have any luck tomorrow, if it's fishing well, I'll set up and make sure I get a few more on video anyhow to, you know, get a little bit longer of a a video since there's not a whole lot of action today, but I can't complain. It's the middle of winter and terrible temperatures, and it's chilly. So, okay, good morning. It's the next day. I decided I am going to take the camera along. I'm going to cover about 2 miles of water, so definitely not going to set it up every spot, but some of the nicer holes, we'll see how the fishing is. If it's tough like yesterday, it makes a tough self-film. When the action's on, it's a little easier to self-film, but same setup today, the good old 2/8 syndicate. I'm going to start off with the double trouble in a pink Cadillac, so follow along on the journey, and hopefully we can get into a few fish today. Good brookie, real good brookie. Oh yeah, a nice one there. Flip this camera around. All right, first one on film today. Got a nice brown and a few other fish, but here he is. Get him back in here. Okay, keep her moving. First one on video the second day. Oh, hold on. I was waving to the camera like, no good. I got a really big brown. I was like, no more in this hole. Next thing you know, this beast hits. This is a big brown for this trick. I'm going to actually step in the bottom of the pool. Took the double trouble. I don't have my line in where I can net them. That's good. Oh, buddy, that's my record brown for this particular stream. Holy rip. And to see a gorgeous fish. Let me get this turned around. That made the trip worth it right there, buddy. I can't believe I was waving to the camera like, son of a gun. You just never know, but look at the size of that thing. That will certainly be the cover photo. There's the double trouble right in his mouth. I'm going to pause the video, get him in the water here in my net, and take a still photo real quick. But yes! Okay, just took a still photo of this bad boy. Give you one more look, but look at the adipose fin on that thing. Absolutely beautiful. And there he goes. Right back into the deep. What a fish. There's a brookie. Saw him coming after it. Get you a quick look. There he is. Get him back in the water. Pause the video. And keep rolling. Gonna be a fishy in here. I knew it. Pretty brook. What a beautiful little fish though. I'm going to pause it and move back up into the run a little further. Okay, I'm setting the camera back just because it's a little far. Typically, I'd hit this run, but there's a log jam here, so I couldn't nymph it from downstream. So I'm going to cast in, let it float on that log jam with my rod high, let it sink down, jig it a little bit. I mean, a downstream approach to nymphing is not always the best, but sometimes you can get them to strike. I mean, it's always worth a try. So let's see. Yes, sir. Perfect. And what I did there is I cast it in let my rod tip down, and as soon as I lift it up, he was on there. It's a nice little brown. I'm gonna grab a camera, bring it down. I left him in the net, in the water. He's perfectly fine, but it's a really pretty fish. And I want to explain what I did here. Is right there, like I couldn't come upstream and fish this because of that log. So I casted right there, drifted down through, lowered that rod tip, the fly sank. He came from under the log and struck it, but I got him in the net, in the water here. Let me grab the net up out. Excuse me. He took the little waltz worm, but what a beautiful brown on a purple colored waltz. There he is. And there he goes. Like I said, typically, I think that's on camera. Let me flip it around. Typically all day, every day, I'm hitting that in the spring, guaranteed. But today, they've been in stuff like that right there. And he came right out from under that log and smacked it. So just something to think about while winter fishing is, you know, if you can't get to that deep still water from below, cast in, lift those nymphs up, let them float on the top. When it gets to the money zone, lower that rod tip. Once it sinks, just start slowly raising. And it often, just like that, anticipates a strike. So keep that in mind. Get him released here. Just a tiny little guy. Took the old golden double trouble. Oh man, he got the line wrapped around him. There we go. Get him released. Pretty little fella. There he goes. Keep her moving. That's a decent brown. Man, if I ate some stuff though. Oh. See if we can do this here. Come on, baby. Hey! What a nice brown trout. There he is. Beautiful little fish. I'm going to throw this back in. And it's a good place to close out the video. Let me straighten this out. Alright, I'm not too far away from the bike, so I might just fish for a little bit, just enjoy it. But you can see this is all brushed in, tight quarters up in here. But I caught so few fish in runs today. Everything, I mean everything has been log jams or stuff you got to get down and hard to cast in, or undercuts or brush piles. Nothing has been in, you know, basic runs. So winter fishing can be very difficult, but if you're willing to take those chances and try to make those casts so you don't normally need to, because springtime they're out in those runs feeding, and I shouldn't say they're a lot easier to catch. If you put it in front of them in the wintertime, they're still most likely going to take it, but the difficult part is getting their zone, getting that lie where they're at in the wintertime, because it's definitely not the same as the spring. Double troubles were great today, waltz worms, pink bead. I think that one actually, I don't know if he took the double trouble or I have a purple collared waltz on, but anyhow, thank you for coming along on the journey. It's been a great 2 days. Got to enjoy this. I mean, it's chilly today, rained just a little bit. Yesterday I got soaked. What can I say? It's a blast. I just absolutely love being up here. I'm going to hop on the bike and zip back to the car. Thank you for coming along, and best of luck on the water.